Bitte warten. Bitte warten. Bitte warten. Bitte warten. Bitte warten.
Bitte warten.
Bitte warten.
Bitte warten.
An ode to the tale. Welcome you all with open arms, showing the face of Palermo to the world, offering a stage to the city and the people. For the city is considered as a whole, its past and present revealed in its physical structure. A place where past, present, and future collide, a paper-thin facade. The facade mask veils its visage, at times pretentious, yet beneath lies the soul, profound and gracious, a garden, sprouting with many tales untold, a tapestry of dialogues, mirrored and bold, a silent architecture's art, a resilient structure holding the monastery. For structure makes present the ground, a place to speak up and listen to the sweet echoes mirroring, a place to perform to the world, a sanctuary where cultures merge, a place to lay discussions on the table, a place with 3,000 tales to tell.
A delusional decorum, the contract. Reminiscence on podcast 1069, Andrew Huberman, Lex Friedman. Pasta, sex, lust, war, God, and love. Minute 1. Marina, as usual, had opened the conversation with the rules, softly whispering them into Andrew's and Lex's ears, foreshadowing the upcoming interaction. Who do you think you are? Exhaustive submergence. Step onto the island. Do you feel different? You are now Palermitano. Now how could this identity be justified? Let the streets of Palermo guide you to the monastery. Succumb to the experience, immersed, bathe, and wallow. You came expecting a garden, but what you have found is much more substantial. You have arrived from a sea with outstretched islands, finally reaching the shores of destiny, to a place so unpredictable, a place you must submerge into, succumb, immerse, bathe. You must not know for what awaits you, for nor have we fully envisioned what this arrival entails. It's entering the void, vacuum of time, limitless, no end and no beginning. It's about forgetting the concept of restrictions that you've been burdened with since birth. If all time is eternally present, all time is unredeemable. Forget it all like you're trying to forget last night's escapades. It's living in the between, where nothing seems to make sense. But fear not, for nothing makes sense anymore. It's filling the space with your presence, like you fill your nose with the burning powder, or like a new love that fills the undescribable human need for affection. It's not just a garden, it's your stage. Not an empty, often repugnant stage. It's a chamber of reflection. Come all who want to speak but are not heard. Speak out on the balcony, free from the storefront, free from the single white space, but leaning into people's offices, bedrooms, and coffee tables, leaning into virtually everywhere. Be inquisitory, however, do not ask too many questions. After all, must we tolerate you? You are not the host. And let's collide, let's clash, let's dissolve, because for better it is to contend with vices that without conflict to be subdued by them. Let's try to forget that there are distinct disciplines, literature, the arts, etc. It's what they will call a period in which the atmosphere, the ether was buzzing, humming, reverberating with dialogues. You don't get it yet? Don't be butthurt. Certainly you can also smell the universality at first.
The Delphian priestess. She's effervescent, she's eloquent, she's ethereal. Marina, a performer, shaped by society, with her critical and elegant demeanor. She had always talked to her of the soul and never of love, very much as one might talk of the firebrand and not of the flame, rooted in the fertile soil of Cis, which has thrived for thousands of years. She's the Columbus to your America, in a world with so many conflicts. She searched something to fight for. The war was to be fired through images and slogans with podcasts. As she takes her initial steps, she calls her journey. Marina stands out from others, appreciating the beauty of time, rebelling against immediate acceleration, dreaming of a genuine stage, a place for the unheard and the misunderstood. She aims to ground high flyers, infuse everyday life with vibrancy. Opinion matters to her, and the stories she tells emerge from her personality. In a time when the essence of time is overlooked, Marina values conversations, war and peace in the global village, and the beauty of existence.
The Miracle Odyssey, Lust and War, reminiscent on podcast 1069, Andrew Huberman and Lex Friedman, Pasta, Sex, Lust, War, and God, Hour 4. Like two familiar strangers meeting on the train tracks, we breeze into the garden of lust. All what could be heard was a distant charismatic echo. The air was thick with anticipation, ecstasy, and hypnosis. She opened the conversation with lust for life. Lust and appetites are diverse and many, and that in one man, and in one lust contrary to another, and the greatest lust carrieth a man altogether away with him. Thoughtful and collected, Lex answered, the fervent pulse of life animates our human essence, urging us to traverse, savor, and embrace the world's wonders. Yet within this ardor lies a potent force, unchecked, that can surge into a tempest of excess, veering towards ruinous path if unheeded. And war, she reciprocated. Human flesh is infected by sin, through being conceived in lust, just as the entire flesh of man is conceived through lust. So also this is entirely defiled by sin. He straightened his eye with one move, full of poise and serenity, he came back saying, life teeters on a fragile equilibrium, for the passion it ignites within it's not inherently tainted. It's the unbridled pursuit, heedless of others, that bursts tumultuous destinies. As history weaves its tapestry, empires crumble and lives dissipate under the weight of insatiable hunger for dominance or control. All wickedness comes from weakness. Fierce yet tranquil, she gazed at him and said, this is an inevitable consequence of our nature since the sin of Adam. Our last hour is come, and we are all lost. Marina continued with her eyes on Andrew's vigorous hands holding a tearing glass of water. So I was just thinking about the Roman Empire as one does. Andrew. Is that whole meme where all guys are thinking about the Roman Empire at least once a day? But fundamentally, there's an engine of conquest, and they celebrate excellence in warfare. Many of the leaders were excellent generals, that kind of thing. So a big question, Marina steps in. You could feel her urgency to pilot in the conversation. At least on fun mode, to what degree do you think war is part of human nature versus a consequence of how human societies are structured? I ask this as you have somehow controversially been a proponent of peace. They exchanged a quick gaze. Though both were inclined to speak, Andrew took the lead. I mean, ignorance, perhaps, in my view, a real enemy of the countered, to be countered. That's the real hard part. Not fighting other humans, but all creatures fight. I mean, the jungle, people of nature, as perhaps some sort of peaceful thing, but in fact, it is not. There's some funny Werner Herzog thing where he is in the jungle saying it is basically just murder and death in every direction. The plants and animals in the jungle are constantly trying to kill each other every single day, every minute. Be a snake or be eaten by a snake. So it's not like we're unusual in that respect. Lex asking Andrew, well, there's a relevant question here, whether with greater intelligence comes greater control over these base instincts for violence. Marina smirked. This is evolving beautifully. Open talk opens the way to further talk, as wine does for love. Lex, given the kind of human being you are, I'm terrified what you find beautiful. In the end, Marina took a swing. I ache to question the cosmic energy that birthed our existence, pondering the intricacies of why the universe unfurls as it does. Amidst a species so exceptional, so unorthodox, my youthful wonder was captivated by this enigma. Far more enthralling than the cosmos. Who crafts this grand design? Who orchestrates this cosmic dance? One compelling query draped in a meteor beckons the mind to unravel its mystery. An illusion, perhaps, with an illusion that hints a purpose. An intricate web spun by an unseen hand, hinting at clandestine master plan that beckons our understanding. Andrew took another sip from his water before speaking. You know, Marina, in my point of view, you know me. I'm a scientist. I'm a man of numbers. But if I fall into my thoughts about God and the world, I feel beauty. I feel joy, and now these three remain. Faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. Lex abide. My beloved brother, why are you so cute? You know, guys, lately I've been musing about hierarchies, especially regarding those who serve the divine purposes, like angels. Do you believe in them? Do they have the capacity for natural love? Or are they solely devoted to their celestial duties, to their self-interest? Our focus on their service neglects our humanity, speaking more to their advantage than our needs.
A priest's secret. Lost in thoughts, Marina infiltrated the garden of lust, a reflection of nature next to the model of nature. Between the tender crosses and the black tower, the ether spire overlooking all over Palermo, there was something more. As she walked further, she reached the space in the between. No human being had ever power to know or aught of this place, much less to come hither. Right in the middle of that ether, in a state of oblivion, there was a chest with the code 5, 2, 8, 4, 9, and 1. Every day, she looked at a number to the code. Each time she visited the chest, her stake laying within, an object that held the power to lift her up or bring about her downfall. She whispered to it, calling it the mystery box. Perhaps sounding like a mistake. There's something in that box of exquisite beauty, both literally and in what it symbolizes and why it is there. Yes, there need be nothing to hinder her unless you are obstinately bent on stopping. It wasn't just a physical journey, it was an ethereal. Her soul, it was the zenith of her. In this place, distant from space and time, everything stopped for her in a morato. Amidst all virtues and shortcomings, only love truly mattered. Marina understood that only love had the power to make her vulnerable, to expose her flaws. She willingly literally sacrificed everything to become the priestess. She forgot everything to find common ground for Palermo and the world. Opening the box will reveal her wistfulness for all beauty, joy, sadness, and madness tied to her aficionado.
The lyrical Aurora for Palermo. 5-star rating by Lyrica Orlando. You know, gentlemen, what is happening at Palermo? The heterogeneous city, collage city, simple, pure, and maddeningly fair. I look out of my window and I see this tent flowing into the sea, stretching behind it. I know it won't stay that way forever, although I would like it to. I hear and see the cars penetrate the veil. Palermo needed someone to give it a voice to the world. Marina is already a sister to us. She's Palermitana. Lex, the man-made social environment as an extension of man's physical body. In this, I have found pristine security for the place I call home. When a city does, everyone benefits, including the city of Palermo. You create the city, and the city creates you. In harmony and with the utmost grace, blood new refresh rushed from my happy heart, and joy refound both laugh lines on my face while listening to their kerfuffle.